I am kind of freaking out right now. Hey everybody, so welcome to the channel. Today I have a very special video. I'm like trying to keep myself together right now because I'm like freaking out. I'm excited. There is so much to go through to explain this story about this package. And it's doll related, but it's also like not doll related. I don't know. It's very exciting. I just need to get into this. So I think I've mentioned on this channel before, maybe yes, maybe no, I'm not sure, but oh my gosh, I feel my voice fluctuating. So I've only been a doll collector since 2021. Like I decided on January 1st of 2021 on New Year's on my honeymoon that I was gonna collect dolls. And then I bought my first doll, which was a Poppy, Rowan, and a Bella Parker from Rainbow High. But long before I was a doll collector, for many years, and still to this day, I have been a gamer, and I love video games. Like, it's definitely been one of my biggest passions. I don't share it much on here, I don't think, but I think that could change. Like, I might start like finding a way to mesh the two together, and I think this video is a good first start. But like I said, I have been a doll collector for a couple years, but I've been a gamer for so many years. And one of the games that I have played the longest since, God, what year was it? Maybe 2007. Let me do some mental math real quick. Okay, I've been playing World of Warcraft since the summer of 6th grade. I graduated in 2014, so that's 10 years ago. Wait, 2014. I cannot do this math. I need paper. I cannot think straight. Anyways, so I've been well over 10 years I've been playing World of Warcraft. I've been playing since, you know what, I can actually find out exactly. Because I started playing World of Warcraft right before Wrath of the Lich King came out. So, WoW, Wrath. It came out in November of 2008, so I'm gonna say I've been playing since the World of Warcraft since the summer of 2008, and we are now in 2024. I don't care to do the math, you can if you'd like, but I've been playing World of Warcraft for a very long time. It has been a non-stop game I go to. My two #1 games have been The Sims and World of Warcraft, and still are to this day, honestly. I still play WoW and I still play Sims. But anyway, we're losing track. So even back then, back when I was in middle school, my family, we didn't have a lot growing up. We had video games, that was like our one thing, but like we didn't have a lot of excess money to spend or anything like that. But one thing that came out while I was playing World of Warcraft is this thing called fingerprints. And fingerprints is where they could take your World of Warcraft character and then they did some type of sand technique and 3D printed your character and painted it and sent it to you. And you could have your own 3D print of your figure. And it came in like this little glass dome. I wanted that so bad, like every fiber of my being. I wanted it so badly. It was the coolest thing in the world to me. Even through high school, even through college, I thought it was cool. It was like $130, which is basically the price of Integrity doll, but like back then it was a lot more. And also, again, like money was a lot tighter when I was growing up. So I never got one. I wanted one so bad. But by the time I had enough money to buy it myself, I actually planned on buying it, when was it? Like right before the pandemic, like 2019, 2018. I decided I was finally gonna go and get myself one. And I found the website and it's basically, it looks like it's down. It doesn't work anymore. There's a lot of people saying they're on back order or they ordered and they haven't heard anything back or anything. And so there was that. And then also the quality of it just isn't as nice. The quality is, I don't know, it was really cool back in the day, but if you look up figures of it, everything looks kind of grainy. The colors are a little dull. So I just decided, okay, I'll never have figure print. That's just a dream that's gonna die. But then I became a doll collector, and quickly I learned about custom dolls and things like that, and I was like, wait a second, what if I got a custom doll of my character? Because it's basically like the same thing, but then a doll, even you can like pose and everything, so actually it's even better. And I was like, this is an incredible idea, I love it. And so I was like, I'm gonna do it. So I spent the year, like on and off throughout 2021, I spent talking to different people who did custom dolls and stuff like that, looking for someone who could turn my World of Warcraft character into a doll. And it was a lot harder than I thought, because like people who specialize in dolls, they typically do, you know, like dresses, or, you know, like cotton fabrics or like cloth fabrics. World of Warcraft, they wear armor, you know, like plated and metallics and stuff like that. And there weren't people who specialized in miniature armor. Somehow that didn't cross my mind, but I quickly learned that that wasn't really a thing. Like, that's not something that people specialized in. And I became very, very, I don't know, sad. It was kind of like, okay, that figure print thing didn't work out, and now this isn't working out. And then I started finding people who did online 3D printing of characters, and they'll paint them and stuff. And it was pretty promising, but I still didn't find, like, it didn't, I don't know, just the 3D printing at that time, the options that I found, they were kind of rough. There actually are some really good ones now, but then they were looking really rough, and I almost gave up. But then one of the people I reached out back to me and said, yes, I think we could do this. And I was just like, what? So in the beginning of 2022, January 19th of 2022, I started talking with this shop on Etsy, and we started putting together the idea of turning my World of Warcraft character into a doll. It is now almost 2 years later, and supposedly that is what is in this package. We had a crazy long bumpy road getting this package. Like, I don't even know how to, where do we even start? The beginning, obviously. Okay, sorry I'm all over the place. I'm like so excited and just in disbelief of this moment. But so we started discussing the making my character in a doll form. And this doll creator, I'd say their shop, but their shop is called Doll's Castle on Etsy, but it gets complicated before we even get to him. The creator, I'd like to say from the beginning, she's an amazing artist. She did incredible work and everything, but there's a lot that gets into this. So before you go looking her up and trying to commission something yourself, let's get through all of this first. So we started talking right away. I was sending her screenshots in game of my character, which I'm gonna show you guys as well, like my actual character. And we started coming up with different ideas, like what we wanted. Originally, I was like, maybe we'll just get a Barbie in a fantasy skin tone color, because my character is a night elf, so she has like a pinkish purplish skin. It's not a typical human color skin. I was thinking of Barbie, but then she brought up using Monster High because she thought the features would work well, and then I was like, well, I don't like the Monster High proportions, like G1 Monster High, because G3 wasn't even out when we started this, I don't think. Was it? I think it was a talks about, but like no G3 dolls have been released yet by far. So I was like, I don't really like the proportions. And then we came up with like a hybrid idea of like putting the head of one character on the body of another character in order to get the proportions to match my character. And so we started talking through all these details. She started 3D modeling each of the armor pieces for my character, and things started going really well. And we started talking and everything. We were communicating. She was working on it. She had other projects she was working on at the exact same time. So it wasn't like every day I was getting an update or anything, but this was a long process. And then her shop she sent me an email that her shop was getting shut down on Etsy. And the reason it was getting shut down is because she lives in Russia, and that's when the Russian-Ukraine war was starting. So when that was starting, she messaged me and she said, hey, so Etsy is shutting down my shop due to the war and stuff like that. I'm still continuing the work on your thing. Maybe we can find a way to communicate otherwise. So then we exchanged Instagrams and we exchanged emails. And we were able to keep contact with each other for a little more. And then even that contact was cut out. And there was no contact let me see, I can look at the last message. After March 10th of 2022, there was no more contact whatsoever. And the emails wouldn't go through. There was no finding her on any of her social media. She included like Facebook, Tumblr, Pinterest, Instagram. None of those worked. We had zero communication. And I lost all communication. I already paid a good percentage of what the doll was already. I didn't pay shipping or anything like that yet, but I'd paid a good percentage of what the doll was. But due to the war, like we lost all communication. And so it was just kind of like done in a way. And I was just like, okay. And I kept trying to find contact, but nothing. And I kind of just like let it drop for a while. Then in the end of 2022, I went to Venezuela with my husband for Christmas and New Year's. And while we were there, we ended up going to Angel Falls. And while we were at Angel Falls, we actually met some other people and everything. That'll be relevant later, but we made a bunch of friends and stuff like that. Then we get back to the US. It's the beginning of January in 2023. And I was like, I still want to figure out like if there's any way I can find that doll. And so I don't even know how I did it, but I started searching like her username or like the name in her email and just like crazy hardcore searching. Like high key, I was like the highest level of like using every skill I've ever had. Like, you know, if you've ever like had to internet stalk someone, like I feel like everybody's had that. Like they just like go sleuthing around. All they have is like a couple of details. I did that and I struck silver. I don't want to say gold, but I struck silver or something because I found a Russian social media website, and on there I saw progress photos of my custom ordered doll. And I started to lose it. I ran over to my husband. I was like, look, I found it. This is her. This is it. That's my doll right there. That is it. And this whole time we lost communication. She was still working on it, and she was still posting updates on her the social medias she had access to, and just in case I somehow found her again. And lo and behold, I just looked at the right time or something, and I found like this thread of updates she had been posting of my character being made. And even though we weren't able to communicate, she kept going based off of the communications we made prior, going off of all the agreements we made and everything. And I got so excited. I was like, I found her. I'm gonna get a contact with her. Well, I go, and the only way to contact her was to make a profile on that social media website. And in order to make a profile on that social media website, you needed a Russian telephone number. I don't have a Russian telephone number. So I felt like I hit a dead end again because I can literally see it. It's just like I'm on the other side of a two-sided mirror or something. It's like I'm on the other side. It's like I can see you, but you can't see me. And I didn't know how to get a communication across. And I was just like trying so hard to figure it out, looking for apps that like, you know, the ones that do fake numbers or something like that, if there was a way to do it that way. Nothing was working. Then my husband reminded me, while we were in Venezuela at Angel Falls, we met a Russian guy and became friends with him. And he was like, maybe he'll have either he can make it or he can talk to someone who's there and get communication across. And I was like, sure, go for it. Like this guy that we hung out with for a couple of days, maybe it'll work out. And luckily enough, he was able to do it, and he got the communications across, and then like traded each other's contact through WhatsApp, and we were able to talk through WhatsApp. So then I was finally able to talk to her, and she was like, oh my gosh, I'm so glad you found me. I've still been working hard. And I was like, I'm so glad to have found you. So then beginning kind of like, this was mid, like, spring of 2023. And it was super great. We were able to talk everything, and then we were able to go over some of the like last minute details, last minute choices, fix up changes here and there. And then it was finished, and then it was time for shipping. So first off, figuring out payment, that was its own crazy thing, but we get the money figured out, we get it. She goes to ship, and the shipping company she chose doesn't ship to America. So then we're like, okay, so if you can't ship from Russia to America, which we weren't surprised by, we just wanted to try that option, it didn't work. Well, then she said, well, I do have family in Germany, so maybe I can send it to Germany and then they can send it to the US. And we're like, okay, let's go for that. So then she sends the package to Germany, and this is about summer of 2023, so this past summer. And then the package is lost in Germany. It goes weeks without being known where it is. It just completely disappeared in the German postal system. And it's not on her end. She showed me everything on her end. Like, she's doing everything she can. Her people in Germany are doing everything they can. And I'm just like, after all this, it's over. And then literally the week of my birthday, she messages me that the package has finally been found and is shipped to the US, and this is it. So this has been a very long intro for, I'm about to show my entire address and all the information. This has been a super long intro for getting to this package, but I felt like it was so necessary because this has been a 2-year process. I have been waiting on this doll for 2 years, but like the want for this type of thing to exist goes all the way back to like my middle school years. Like, I've been wanting like a physical representation of my character from World of Warcraft since I was in like middle school. So this is such a special and unique and crazy, amazing moment. I'm so excited. I'm so excited to share this with you guys, and also I can get more into the details of like what type of hybrid we decided on and all the details we decided on together, and just to actually like see her myself. But I'm gonna torture you guys and myself a little longer because I feel, oh my gosh, I just knocked over Alejandra. Because I feel the only way to do this like justice is to first show you who this doll is based off of. So we're gonna jump to that real quick. Okay, so here we go. I need to turn down the volume, it is too loud. Okay, so here we are in game, and right here we have my character. So this is my character Polka. So to get back like through it all, first off, I'm going through my webcam. I was gonna do this through my regular camera that I usually film with, but I couldn't get it to work. So we're going with this. The camera quality isn't great, but you can still see me. But this right here is my character, Polka. She is a Night Elf Hunter. This is the character that I wanted made into a doll. The reason is that this is my second character I've ever made. My first character ever. So her name was Pocahontas. I was young. I thought Pocahontas, and then that name was taken. So then my first character's name was Pocahontas. And this was my hunter, so I named her Polka Shot. Very creative, I know. But anyway, I just call her Polka. But I've had this character, again, since 2009. Whatever that year was I said earlier. Like, the second character I ever created. This is it. And I've had this character for literally years. I've gone through all the different expansions with her. It's like my main character. Not really anymore, actually. I have a new character that's my main character, kind of, right now. But this character right here, like, we've been through it. We've seen it all. We've seen the world burn, come to an end, gone into the afterlife, seen dragons, and me and this character have been through it. So, like, this character means so much to me, and this was my favorite armor set I used to wear. Again, this isn't how my character typically looks anymore. But back in 2002, 2 years ago, this is how my character looked. When I sent off photos, I can actually show you guys how my character typically looks now. But this was how she looked and I sent photos off, and this is what I wanted a doll made of. This character right here, like this. Minus the bow. I did not want the bow being made. I was like, that's an additional cost we can sign off on. So yeah, this is my little hunter character, and this is like, you know, the game. Those are my little pets down there. One's invisible. So I've spent years playing this game, so being able to have this character like made into a doll is super special. And I'm gonna show you guys how I keep my character looking typically now, and then we're gonna jump out of all of this stuff and get to actually opening the doll. Okay, so this is how my character typically looks now. She's wearing armor that's specifically made for the elves. For the night elves. So it's really special to have it. It's based off of a cinematic from the game. And I have her with this like messier hairstyle, which I'm gonna try to create for the doll. We'll see. But yeah, this is typically how I run her now. But anyway, that's enough in game. It's kind of fun to share like some of the gaming stuff with you guys and show off my little character here. But now let's get into the actual doll in the package. I'm so freaking excited. Okay, so I've shown you in game. I've given you the whole backstory and everything like that. It is now finally just time to open this package. I'm so excited. Let's just get to it. So again, this package has gone from Russia to Germany, getting lost, but it's made its way here. The artist who made the doll, she said is like, be careful with opening it, but it's also like a box inside of a box inside of a box. Because it went from Russia in a couple boxes, and she said then when it got to Germany, they put it in one or another box as well. So she said just open slowly and carefully. I need to hide that. That's like, I may have shown my address. I have to cover that while editing. But there has been... Okay, just gonna, you know what, so I'd stop showing that off. Let's just cut off that part. The addresses are cut away. Editing Greg, you don't have to worry about trying to cover that up anymore. All right, so we're getting into the first layer. We have some paper. And now we've made it to what looks to be another box. I opened it upside down and everything just dumped out inside. Okay. All right, so we have this box here, which is a very taped box, but I guess it wasn't as many as I thought it was because I just dumped so many things out. Hopefully everything's okay. I'm guessing this is the doll. Okay, this is all just bubble wrap. So I can move all that to the side. Set the doll right there. I want to make sure I get everything out of this box. Okay, we have some stuff there. I think that's everything. This is just a bunch of, what, styrofoam? Is that the right word? Okay, I'll stick this back in here. Well, it's not as many boxes as she said, but everything is wrapped very nicely, but okay. So here is, I guess, a corner for a box. Oh, it was to protect the wig. This is one of the wigs. Okay. Oh yeah, this doll, she made it with wigs, with yarn, which I have little to no experience with. We have something very delicately wrapped here. Let's see what this is. Okay. Oh my gosh. So like I said, the character's name was Polka. She made this like little, what do you even call this? Oh, we had some cracking on the back, but that's totally fine because the front is perfect. So that's amazing. That's really cool. I'll set that right there. Yeah, you can see some of the chip pieces in here. But this is the doll. I believe she said she left her dressed, so we will see. I'm so excited. I'm so nervous. Okay, I can see a hand. So I'm starting to just unwrap the wrapping. You can see a little ear sticking out there. Okay. We have like a saran wrap going around. All right. So excited, so nervous. I'm just like deathly silent. I'm making zero comments or anything. So right away, I can already see quite a bit. I'm really excited. So you can see quite a bit from just here. Oh, I just knocked off one of the armor pieces. I'll have to reattach that, but okay. Oh no. Her other ear broke in packaging. That's okay, we can glue that back on. I have plenty of super glue. Okay. I want to be very careful with the rest, because it looks like I broke a piece of her armor and her ear is snapped. Well, I don't think I broke her armor. It was probably already loose. But considering all the craziness this doll's gone through, and also the extent of the package, because that box looks pretty beat up. Okay, we can see the top of the hair. Okay, so we have this off. This was as like a face protectant. All right. Something just fell. Okay, it's her choker. I just fully pulled out the arm. That's not a bad thing. That's literally just me moving pieces. Okay. Put it in. There we go. Oh wow, the hair feels nicer than I was even expecting. I'm just, wow. Okay. First off, we did have a couple losses. So first off, this is her. Let me like swoop the hair pieces out of the way a bit. Here she is. She looks amazing. This is the hair that I'm gonna be restyling. I'm asked her to make a second wig, just kind of like very big and voluminous, so I could do that messy hairstyle. This was like a last minute addition before she shipped her off, because this hairstyle is meant to be like the braided hairstyle she used to have, but this is the one I plan to restyle. But wow, like also, well, I guess we can start getting into like the different details. So for starters, this is her armor. We did have a piece break off right here. It looks like I'll be able to reattach it. It has just like a piece it was attached to. I'll super glue that there. I'll super glue the other ear piece right here, which will not be a problem at all. I'll be doing that after this. I'll restyle the hair. This is her choker that she wears. I don't know if it broke or it just sits here. Oh, okay. It clips onto the neck perfectly fine. So there's her choker. because she wears a little choker. But she looks amazing. I cannot believe, wow. And look at all the painted details in like the hand. You can see all the different linings. Like it got, and this is literally the armor she's wearing. It's been 3D sculpted. There's, oh, I just found another piece that's broken right here. This is supposed to stick out like that. So we'll have to repair that. So there's a couple pieces to repair. Again, this package really went through it when it was lost. Okay. But I can see all the pieces. Everything is just like a minor repair. There's nothing too crazy. But having in my hands my literal World of Warcraft character is words. I need to get this piece out of her face. Words cannot explain how incredible and special this is to me. This is amazing. I love her so much. It literally looks like Polka. Oh my gosh, it's literally her armor set and everything. She's so beautiful. And again, I love this hair type. I actually thought it was gonna feel like wool, but it's like a lot softer and silkier. Wow, wow, wow. I'm so impressed. Oh yeah, I wanted to get into the details. So how this doll was made. First off, this is actually a G1 Draculaura head that she kept in a solution and shrunk the head because I didn't want the oversized head. I want it to be proportionate with the body. So she shrunk, it's a shrunken Draculaura head that she then carved the eye sockets out and then put in these eyes, and these glow blue like the character does. So if I kept, I don't know if I'll be able to do it here, but like if I get it in the light and then I'll have to show that off. Like I'll attach a photo or something right here or something showing off the glow feature, but it's blue glowing like resin eyes that she made. And then the body is a G1 Deuce Gorgon body that she modified. So this is like a G1 Monster High hybrid made into a World of Warcraft character, which is so amazing. I don't even have words. I'm so impressed. I'm so in love. Getting to see this character is really something special. It's a big dream of mine, just all put together, and actually for it all to come true it's hard to believe that I'm holding this doll right now. Like this is literally a physical embodiment of my character. What a perfect way to start 2024. I'm so in love, and I'm gonna be restyling her hair because I want it to look more like her, you know? But I am I'm speechless. I'm trying to think of things to say. Oh, I can try showing off her other wig. This wig, it's made of a greener color. So when she made the second wig, I was like, I really want a teal color. So this one's probably the one that's gonna stay on her. But I can still show off this color. She said you should be able to just lift the wig up. So let's see how easy that is to do. Oh, and the ears she sculpted herself. So you can see there. She sculpted the ears herself. You can see the broken one there. And this was the original hairstyle she had. So that's a look. But she said you'll be able to just slide on and off the wigs with no problem. Yeah, okay, so this represents kind of like, I mean, I think the wig comes down more in the front than I'm letting it at the moment, but there we go. There we go. So this kind of represents more the character. Again, the hair is kind of a greener shade here, but this represents the character, like how she was in the original photos that I sent. Pretty accurate to how she looked back then, which is really cool. But I'm excited to style this to match more of what my character looks like now. I am so... This is so amazing. I really can't believe this is real, like that I do have this physical representation of my character. I think anyone who's a gamer and gets like really attached to a character can understand like how much this can mean to have. Like, I've spent more years with this specific character than I have with, like, my own husband or, like, my own, like, one of my longest friendships in a way. And I know it sounds kind of odd maybe to someone who's not a gamer, but me and this character, like, so many memories and so many special moments. So just to have, like, a physical embodiment of that, it's just really special to me. I can't even explain, I can't put into words. It's just so special. Yeah. I'm gonna cut the camera, have a moment and everything, try to see if I can style or mess around with the other wig some, and then I'll be right back. Okay, so I'm back after a bit of fidgeting around, and I pretty much have her how I want her to look. She's just so beautiful. So this is kind of like the more messier look. I just kind of undid the braid, messed around, moved it a bit. I can play around with it more, get it more organized. I'm definitely gonna have to come in, do some things like fix the ear, the shoulder pad here that's like bent. So I have a little bit of fixing up to do, but I genuinely cannot express how incredible it is to see like this character brought to life, and to be able to have her as part of my doll collection is going to be so special. I'm so excited. Right now I have her on Alejandro Luna's Obsession stand, by the way. I cannot believe, like, this has been a almost 2-year process, and to have her now feels so unreal. And she just, like, she is my character. Like, look at her, and she's so beautiful, and I'm just so in love and so happy, so excited. This is something so special to me. Again, I think any doll collector can understand, but like if you're a gamer, maybe you understand even more so. Like, just to have this physical representation of a character is, I can't put it into words. She is going to be one of the most special things I think I'll ever have in my doll collection. She's so, I don't know, I'm just so happy, so overjoyed, so impressed by the artwork and the detail done in this character. So beautiful. Technically, she's like my first G1 Monster High doll in a way, like Monster High meets World of Warcraft. I just can't get over it. I cannot get over this doll. She is so beautiful. I'm so happy, obviously. I plan on building her a special display. I want to get like a little dome and get her a stand she can be on, put some moss around it, have her little, I don't know what to call this, but like this piece, like at her feet and everything. So I definitely plan to build her own special display, but I just really wanted to capture this moment on camera, share it with you guys, like show you guys one, like another facet of me, like my little gaming thing, but mainly just share this beautiful doll and something that's been so important and something I've been so excited and working on in the background. And thank you again to Doll's Castle, who created this beautiful, beautiful doll. She will be cherished for the rest of my existence. She is so special, and yeah, I have no words. It's been amazing. I hope you all enjoyed this video. A little different, but also still doll related, like I said. I don't even know. My Instagram will be tagged down below, his.dolls on Instagram. Hopefully I'll be able to get some photos of her soon. We gotta make her little repairs first, but hopefully I'll have some nice photos of her soon to go up. I don't know what else, like, yeah, comment down below what you think about seeing this crossover, or do any of you play World of Warcraft, or like have a video game where you're super attached to a character that you'd love to see as a doll. Let me know down below. I'd actually really love to hear that, if anyone can relate to this feeling. But yeah, I guess that's about it, and I hope to see you on the next one. Bye.